Oh, what the fuck? Yo, I might get split. What the? Yo, what's up YouTube? It's TheeFrenzy, and today I'm bringing you guys a zombies video on Transit, where we were playing the No Power Challenge. We ended up getting the world record in this game, and immediately after we got the record, we decided to end the game. And the reason for this was because the rounds were actually just taking quite a long time to get through at this point. And the reason for that was because we came very underprepared for this challenge, and the box was just really unforgiving. So having said that, if we were to actually prepare better for this challenge in the future, and by me saying this, I would only want to play it again if like I had 3 or 4 players next time. I wouldn't really want to do it in 2-player co-op since, well, I've already got the record, and getting it once is pretty much good enough for me. But anyway, to prepare better for this challenge than we actually did, I would suggest that you guys try keeping the farm door shut if you were to play this, and then try running at the farm area. And not only that, but having a ray gun Mark II would speed up the rounds infinitely later on as well. And then lastly, try keeping an MP5 or an M16 upgraded in the fridge so that you can run at the farm area until you start running very low on ammo, and then proceed to actually run at the diner or the tunnel in the very late rounds whenever you need to, so that you can buy ammo accordingly. So having said all of what we should have done, there's still the discussion of what we did do, and that is, well, we did the vast majority of the game at the town area, and that's probably a lot of people's first thought, since, you know, you think of town, you think of jug and stamina up, but actually, since we were doing the no power challenge, you can't get either of those. You can't get any perks because, well, they require the power to activate. And yes, before you guys suggest the turbine thing, you actually are not allowed to build a turbine at all because that is a source of power. So that doesn't count either for this challenge. So I know what you guys are thinking, it just doesn't count. Now, the early rounds were actually going by quite quickly, and the game was very smooth. We continued to stay hoarding up there at the town until we ran low on ammo, which didn't occur until about round 40 or so. There were even multiple points where we were forced to run from the town all the way across the map to the diner so that we could use the MP5 to finish off the round. Going through the fog mid-round with a horde of zombies behind you was actually quite fun, knowing that we weren't sure if we were going to make it out alive, considering that if any of us had gone down, it wouldn't have been possible for any of us to revive each other, since all the zombies were close by, and the denizens would swarm us if we even attempted to do so. However, we made it to the diner safely, and we were actually able to finish out every single round just fine when we attempted to do so. One thing that I really wanted to point out this game was that our box luck was actually so bad, and because our box luck was so bad, Operative actually had more downs than he actually should have. He was self-sacrificing himself in order to hit the box at the power and then proceed to suicide so that he could move it, because in a no power challenge, you actually cannot leave the power area unless you suicide and then bleed out, due to the door being opened only if you actually have the power on, and considering this is a no power challenge, you can't actually have the power on in the first place. And the biggest reason why he was actually trying to hit the box at the end of some of the rounds, especially in the early 40s, was because we wanted to try to get the ray gun Mark II so that we could make the rounds go by much faster and make them just much easier. However, unfortunately, all of our efforts were for naught because the game was just, I don't know, really just kind of screwing us over. I want to say that we spent about 200,000 points on the box this game, and we were not successful in getting the ray gun Mark II once, which was pretty unfortunate. However, this did come at a huge risk, and that was the fact that because he did have to bleed out during the previous round whenever the box would go to the power area, then in the next round he would spawn back in near me at the diner or the town area, whichever spot I finish up the round at. He would then have to go across the map at the very beginning of the round while I held the zombies to try to hit the box so that he could try to get a ray gun Mark II or a ray gun again so that we can attempt to finish up the round. However, actually during one of the rounds, he actually went down all the way across the map whenever I was at the diner and he was at the town, so that it was basically an impossible revive for me to get. Having said that, because it was an impossible revive and he did go down across the map, he was forced to then bleed out, and since it would be the very beginning of the round, I would be forced to have to solo clutch an entire round, and I had to do that twice without him. Not only that, but in one of the rounds, I ran out of ammo and I was forced to have to make the same journey through the fog from the town to the diner all by myself, with the zombies and the denizens both chasing after me. All in all, this game had its ups and downs, and if we had came better prepared, I'm sure that we would have gotten to at least round 50 before considering ending the game. Although we did have a fair amount of fun this game, and considering we got the record for something that we started up on the fly, I would have to say that we felt pretty glad after we played this game. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate the comments and the likes I've been receiving on my YouTube videos lately, and even though the YouTube ad boycott bullshit has been in full effect, I'm still going to continue to make YouTube videos because I do it because, well, I just enjoy it, and I hope that you guys actually want to see more as well. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I'm TheeFrenzy, and I'm out. Deuces.